It is time for the Ruto administration to stop the daylight robbery of people's payslip under the guise of affordable housing. Because as time goes, it is becoming more clear that the Kenya Kwanza administration was never interested in solving the housing problem, neither was they also pursuing this project to create the jobs, as was mostly explained. Because the affordable housing has been riddled by stories of Kenyans declining to take up the houses, and some are emerging as ghost projects. Today, I'm going to pick it where we stopped. Morara is taking us through an affordable housing project, a decade-year-old housing project that is in the forest, and in fact, President Ruto plans to build one just few meters from that one that is there. And if they're interested in solving housing, that will not have been the case. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Today, Thursday the 28th, we're in the home stretch of Kilifi Elderly Mission. Tomorrow, we shall be doing food donation, and I can tell you there is a very demand for mattresses. I have just confirmed all these 15 families, these elderly fellows, these elderly members of the society we are supporting in Kilifi, Magarini, none of them have mattress. Maybe I need to start for those who are watching for the first time. For the last 5 days, I have been producing our videos and based in Kilifi because I came here to do a mission of supporting some 15 elderly, vulnerable women and men based in Magarini. Magarini is in Kilifi County. So I've been moving through that area. We've been supporting, we were building some houses, we were repairing some houses. But the plan, I've gone there and we are going to build 4 houses afresh. 4 afresh. So that plan has also been laid. But tomorrow, we are going to ensure that we do the food and we give mattresses. So because of that demand for mattresses, initially I had planned to give 3, but I think 15 Wote hawana. So the deficit I have is 31,000 between now and Friday and Thursday, tomorrow in the afternoon, when we'll do the donation. You can support, and we are going to close this fundraiser tomorrow. So kindly, thank you very much for supporting. We are supporting this. They were getting support from one of our members who was a military officer, but he fell ill and now could not be able to continue supporting them. For the last 6 months, that has not been the situation. So our intervention is about that shelter and food. Probably if you do that, they will be able to get support, something that can keep them afloat moving forward. So hizo nyumba hazina, they're in a bad state, and that's why we'll be there. Kindly, as we finish, I believe that between today and tomorrow, Thursday in the afternoon, we'll be able to pull the 31,000 that is needed, so that we'll bring this project to completion. We'll give it a closure. They can then, so that I can go back to Nairobi on Friday. And I'm so grateful for those who have come out to support. For the last 5 days I've been here, it's not really in vain. Back to this. The framers of affordable housing crafted a spirited campaign to raid the pay slips of Kenyans to make deductions under the guise of building houses and creating jobs. But look at this video by Morara. I looked at this and said, if this does not make you angry, then maybe you still need more injection. Listen to, watch this.
Welcome again to the Vampire Diaries. I am in Wote in Makueni. And last time when I was here, I showed you the Wote Stadium, yenye pesa iligulwa. I showed you where they want to build the affordable housing. And now I want to show you something else, which I don't think you really got me last time. Here, we have an affordable housing project. This affordable housing project costed the government 2 billion Kenya shillings. Hapa kuna 203 houses ya affordable housing. Now the President William Ruto has a pet project he's calling the affordable housing, which is not affordable. Because, for example, we did research with you. We realized that to buy a bed sitter in Kirinyaga, it will cost you 1.7 million shillings. How many Kenyans in Kenya have 1.7 million shillings to buy a bed sitter in Kirinyaga? Now, the other thing is, the affordable housing is being built on public land, and you're being lied to that you will own a house on public land. The third thing is they are taking money from you, building you a house, then selling it to you. Mbona mtu achukue pesa yako akujengee nyumba alafu akuzie? Now, that's not my story today. My story is that we already have affordable housing. This was started in 1989. Costed the government 2 billion. Na ndio nawaambia hizi serikali zote imekuanga ni wizi bila kazi. Come and see the condition of these houses. 2 billion ya serikali ilizama hapa. Na ujue where these houses end pale juu is where they want to build affordable housing. So that you tell me whether the leaders we have in this country are actually interested in good governance. I can most assuredly tell you that they are not interested. Hii ni Wote hii. Na usifikiria serikali haijui. The PS for housing, Charles Hinga, came here. He saw these houses, pretended not to see them, went ahead to want to start the housing project there. Angalia manyumba. Look. 2 billion Kenya shillings ya serikali rotting. Manyumba ndio hii kwa bush. Na Wakenya muwe mnaniombea wakati napita kwa hizi bushes, Mungu anilinde. Look. Wastage. Total wastage. As the leader of opposition I've been telling you, hii serikali ni wizi bila kazi. They are not interested in governance. Hii yote ni manyumba hii. Look. These are houses here in Wote. Hii ni manyumba, some of which can be renovated. Can you see the kind of joke that is here? Do you know why they don't want to renovate these houses? Because they are not stealing. Wanataka ile kitu yenye wanaiba. Huyu rais wetu hawezi kufanya kitu kama haimfaidi kifedha. He cannot do anything where he is not making money. Hasa hadi nashindwa. This person has already become a billionaire. Ni nini ingine hii anataka pesa imfanyie? Has already become a president. Si aridhike sasa afanyie wa Kenya kazi. Ona. Look at the joke. Hii ni manyumba. Right here in the bush. These are houses. I told you 203 houses. Ndizo hizi. Na sijamaliza. Ndio nimeanza. Hii ni manyumba hii. These are houses. Ya serikali tu. Hapa Wote. Look. Houses everywhere. Houses everywhere. Everywhere. Manyumba. Built with the taxpayers' money. Sasa tunataka kujenga ingine. Sasa tayari hapa Makueni County nimekwisha weka mpango ingine. Hapa Makueni tutaweka affordable housing hapa ili hawa vijana waweze kupata kazi. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Mimi nataka niwaeleze hivi na nataka mnisikize vizuri. Niliwaahidi wakati wa campaign. Na ahadi ni nini? Ahadi ni deni. Ni kweli si kweli? Sijui kama tunaelewana. Look. Where you see that fence, hapo ndio sasa wamefence wanataka kujenga affordable housing. And President William Ruto is about to come here to launch affordable housing. Hiyo fence hiyo vile unaona imefensiwa, that's next to Wote Stadium. Affordable housing. Wizi bila kazi. I'm done.
So, apparently it's true. Affordable housing project, they've been going on. In fact, it confirms that it's been going on. That project is a decade old. It's somewhere in the forest. Now, Morara is saying that William Ruto is going to establish there is another affordable housing project that 30 meters from the same place within that forest, that is in Wote, Makueni County. The people of Makueni can talk to us about this. Within the same place, while houses that were built, started building in 1998, more than 20 years ago, have stalled, and in fact there is no demand. I'm just asking, why are we taking money to put in such a place in a forest? Is there a demand for the house there? If you look at that environment where Morara is, who is going to stay there? It just shows you that what we are doing, we are just building. And we say we are building for jobs and we are going to solve housing problem. So, and this is what has probably, this is what is a bit irritating, by the way. Pale mali ambapo wanajenga, kuna nyumba zingine zilianza kujengwa. Alafu hizo jengo, sasa hiyo jengo ikaja ikasimama, haikuendelea. Kama miaka 20 baadaye, serikali hii sasa inataka kujenga nyumba zingine karibu hapo. And if you, just from the outlook, that place, I don't know who is going to stay there. You know, who is going to stay there? And it is part of what I am saying. It is affordable housing ghost project. A ghost project erected. How do you go and just erect in the middle of a forest? Because you know, you're trying to imagine that there is some imaginary market in Makueni. Now that is there is something you can see here, that there's just a plan to, you know, I need to put up a structure that I have very tall buildings of affordable housing, even if people are not occupying. And in fact, that is why I am saying the government needs to assess for the last 6 months, for the last 1 year that have been implementing this project. What are the pros and the cons? Is it really achieving its objective? It's not. Then you stop and go back to what was happening before. Or rather, support the private sector to do it so that they can sell at market rate. Because anyway, those people, most of these people, there is this issue of social housing. I've not seen even a single one. Social housing was supposed to take probably even 2 months, it's over. No one is talking about even the social housing. And there is a big problem with government. There is, and I want you to look at some other projects here, these KMTC. They seem to be in some middle of a forest. They seem to be in some location that even if you figure out, you're like, is there going to be a school there? Is it even viable?
Previously on the Vampire Diaries.
All right, now this is Kilungu KMTC. I told you that we have a shortage of nurses worldwide and that there is a huge demand of nurses. Sasa hii ni Kilungu KMTC. It was projected to cost 25 million bob. Tangu mwaka wa 2020, sasa KMTC yetu tayari imekwisha isha, iko tayari. Wanafunzi hapa tumegraduate nurses ambao wanaendelea kutibu na kusaidia madaktari kutibu wagonjwa. You can see our KMTC ndio hii. KMTC Kilungu, Makueni County. Wakamba mwizio mwadindata ndutinda na ngai ndutethia na maisha ordinale nguma ikausumbike nyutumotwika mumaitha wa ngai. Bas, Kilungu KMTC yenu ndio hiyo, mumeiona. Au mmefurahia ile kazi ambayo serikali inafanya? Wizi bila kazi. Wizi bila kazi. Kwa ruhusa ya nani? Daktari William Samoei Ruto. Kwa ruhusa yake. Ndio hiyo sasa. Ndio hii kazi. Hii ni KMTC. Hata tanki hii sinikai ishavunjika hii. Guys, this is traumatizing. By the way, I don't enjoy to shoot this kind of videos. This is traumatizing. To know that money is stolen in our government every day. And this is what citizens have to go through. Bure kabisa. Alright, I'm here at Nyaribari Chache, Ibeno campus of KMTC. And I just want to show it to you. My cameraman, kuja karibu. Nataka msome hapo chini. His Excellency Honorable William Samoei Ruto. Yeah? This was launched in 2018. Launchiwa 2018. This is the status of the building. According to Nyaribari Chache CDF, it was supposed to cost around 36 million. According to them, they only allocated 2 million, which I highly doubt. Though I was reading a report for 2022 and we are in 2024, but the initial cost was 36 million. Ndio hii imestall sasa. Ndio hii imesimama. And this is as we continue to join JSS teachers who have been lied to, who are told that 18.7 billion has been set aside for JSS teachers to be hired permanently, who continue to suffer. Mwalimu agriculture anaambiwa afunzwe hesabu. Yani, it's a problem. And that is why I'm telling you, these lies na uongo zilianza kitambo. As you can see in kitu ya 2018. Na hii hata si national government projects, so I don't even know why Deputy President was launching this. These are CDF projects, but you can see for yourself.
You can go to the middle of the forest and put even an KMTC. Look at these two videos. Now this is what we are talking about. There is a big problem on location of some of these projects. KMTC, airport there, airstrip, affordable housing there. I think there is a big problem, and I want to tell you here. One of the problems that is causing these constructions, especially government projects like constructions, one of the things is stalling it. And that stalling, according to me, is very, it's stage managed. Script is written for it to come out that way. Is something called feasibility study. Let me tell you, before a project is launched, is done somewhere, if it is a dam, even if it is a school, even if it is a KMTC, even that affordable housing, before a project is done somewhere, there is something called feasibility study. Feasibility study should answer questions. Is it making economic sense? Are we going to recoup back even that money? What about the convenience? Then there is the scale of development. The scale of development here is, this place we are putting up this house, or this place we are putting up this KMTC. When will a road reach there? When will electricity reach there? I'm telling you, where I am, the Magarini where I'm doing that project, these women we are supporting, I was told, and one of them says there, I was told that huko stima haijawahi fika. Haijawahi fika. In fact, they are using solar. So hizi zenye wanaeka, they pay 30 bob per day. The higher distance that they buy in higher purchase, probably a deposit of 1,100, then they pay 30 shillings per day for that deposit. So, the feasibility on government projects is a big problem. And I want to tell you, I can see what normally happens here. Money is released, and some people put on suits and with very big credentials that they're going to do feasibility study. But in real sense, they don't do any feasibility study. They just come up and say the project has to be okayed. I don't know any report that came and was saying that that road cannot be built there, or maybe that hospital cannot be built there, or that school cannot be built there. So we normally just okay. So I think we should even scrap that feasibility fee. The money we are spending to test whether these projects can go. Because one of the things I have realized is ghost projects in the middle of the forest. Who is going to stay there? Even KMTC. If you're putting KMTC there, where are the hostels? So I think someone okays, then when there is a regime change, a minister comes and looks at where that thing is supposed to be done, says, no, I cannot continue building that. It cannot go on. Then there will be all manner of court cases, injunctions here and there. Then government will not appeal those injunctions and those projects stall. So we are very strategic. And one of the things I have realized from those videos you've seen is location. Mahali tunajenga, hiyo barabara, hiyo dam, hiyo KMTC, hiyo shule, hiyo chuo kikuu. Look at, there is a university that was supposed to be built somewhere in Kajiado. It has stalled. If you look at that area, when will that place even develop? A good example is Magarini, where I was. Pale, hakuna stima, hakuna maji, barabara si mzuri. Yani even if you want to set up something there, you're wondering what exactly. You want to unlock, but what are you unlocking? So we have a big problem. And in fact, one thing I've realized is there have been no intention to do good or to use the taxpayers' money in the right manner. What the political class wants is, I need to give birth to a project, because if I give birth to a project, there'll be some money, then get a kickback, there will be a tender, then this and that, and through that I make my money. So in fact, on this one, we should even stop affordable housing. If we are building houses there, in fact, one thing Morara should do is to check those affordable housing projects. Are they going on? And to what extent? It will be of very interest. Now, on that affordable housing, I also realized that Kenyans have declined. And the reasons why Kenyans are not taking up some of those houses is because even where they're located. Even the location. Zingine ziko sehemu ile kama ile ya Wote, nani anaishi pale? Let's just reason who can stay there. So there is a big blunder on how some of these projects are being launched. And while it is a matter of launching for optics, launching so that I can campaign, one of the problems with the rushed launching is we are just launching with a compromised feasibility report. Something cannot be done, that place is not viable, because you need money to be released from treasury for you, you just need to go and do and say this will be done. Only for a regime to change and say it's not possible. And I think that's what Morara's video is showing the country. Thank you guys. Let's support this. This is the last video of today. I'll produce the next video on Thursday after that distribution in the evening, so that we can give you the report how far we shall have reached and what we shall have done by tomorrow. And I really want to thank you. Kindly, let's support. The deficit is only 31,000. If we can pull that by tonight until tomorrow midday, I believe that that project will be home. Thank you.